Words from my great mentor. Early morning, you doing it, Alonzo, sitting in the X5. Got you some side hustle together just to get $480 a month to make that happen. Once you make that happen for 2 car notes, everything else is going to be good. Did it all line up and play? 1 month to get the man to invest in you, and that was genius, breaking it down into 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000 and $20,000 play. Have all 4 different money plans, and AI prints it out indefinitely. Had that for him to see. That's a perfect plan how you got that. So you meet him next Monday. You got you a new ride. He looking at the old video with the stinger. So you came with a Beamer. You came with a rap about him whooping ass. You're going to be thinking about that the whole day, which is Monday. You learn how to fight. You come back Wednesday, you're still going to be talking about that. You set studio time. So when you get off work, one of them Sundays, go record it. Put it down to a beat. Next time you see him that Monday, have that song to a beat and had a contract from AI on how to spend 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, and 20,000, and what's the possible outcome of that. Guaranteed that the 25,000 up front is gonna bring quicker money, but how it can start with just that little. All them choices, so have him thinking about that and hearing the song on USB to a beat so he can jump in his ride and ride around playing it. When I see him that Wednesday, learn how to fight, get him to record the fight. We start talking about the fighting the most. That's when the recording really starts. When I meet him that day, then that section that Wednesday, the second week that Wednesday, start recording the fighting. And just let him see all type of ways I think about business. From an actor to he got hookups with actors, can make calls, can make shit happen. Then he see me go from a Kia Stinger to a $76,000 BMW. So, okay, this credit shit is working. He got this going. Yep, so this is week 2. Week 3, hitting with my sales pitch, professional sales pitch. Have on a suit, have on my training gear in the car, but have on a suit and a bald head when I sing. And tell him, can we do a video like Shark Tank? And he be the shark. And I come in and sell my pitch idea to him. And he decides to ride with it when I sell it. And once we stop filming, be like, that was my actual sales pitch to you to see if you wanted to do business with me. Get that. That would get with him. That'll get in his head. He gonna think about that. So the first strike, first week, Monday, next Monday coming up. You gotta holler at him, let him hear the rap, he thinking about it. Learned how to fight. Come back Tuesday, learned how to fight, still talking about the rap. That Monday you come back with the rap done in studio with a beat so he can roll with it and listen to it. And that then 4 contracts from ChatGPT talking about the money you can make back from 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, and 25,000. You're going to be thinking about that all Monday. Then when you come Wednesday, start filming the martial arts. Film the whole lesson he show you. Get that down. Show your acting skills just to lock it in, because that's where you got to feel in. Once he locks that in, then it comes time for week 3. Week 3, you come at him with your sales pitch, like you say, professional sales pitch. You want to do a video like Shark Tank. Tell him that Wednesday before you leave on week 2. When you start recording, tell him that. Week 3, you do it and you do the Shark Tank. You sell him the idea, and at the end, let him know that was actually your real pitch for him to invest in you. He gonna feel that, and he gonna say, let me think about it. Once he thinks about it, that's when you will see him again that Wednesday. You're going to think about it all that Tuesday. That Wednesday, he's going to come in there with an answer. If he comes in there with an answer, you basically already got the contract from AI for him to sign. If he down with that, with the percentage, shit, it's basically it from right there. If he put the 2,500 in, y'all gonna at least get with a smart outlook of everything, professionally, which I know it's gonna be. You gonna make some good money. With 2,500, I think y'all will see at least 250,000 views targeted. I say y'all get 500 sales out of that. And like I said, that's $50,000. So if he spent 2,500 to make 50,000, he's spending 10. If you keep doing that, this is in a 3-month time. So if he made that and spent just say 15,000 for the next 3 months, that 15,000 would turn that 500 sales into like 2,500 sales. Now 2,500 sales, you have made $250,000. Yeah, so your cup gonna be healthy. And y'all can keep doing it like that and making that money with him. Keep doing what you gotta do to make sure you can make your payments. Now, once you got that locked, keep doing the other shit, and the other shit, everything come in steps. The most serious shit is like you said, $20 a day will make everything happen for you great. $20 a day is $600 a month. You need to make $20 a day every day. Every day you chill for 2 hours, no exceptions. From 4:15 to 6:15. 6:15, you back home in the house, clean the room, go to sleep. Just make you $20. Less of less is $160 every 10 days. Every 10 days you need to make $160, which is nothing. Which still keeps it easy for your hustle that's outdated but still efficient. $160 every 10 days or $20 a day is all you need. Even if that bites in the profit. As long as you make 20 a day, then when it's time for profit, then you know those sales are to increase the business. Other than that, you line it up. 20, 20, 20. Each hustle should be $100 in 20s. So you got 5 days hustle. The other day you finding more, then you continue to hustle. More hustle, more hustle, more hustle. Connections know everything. Connections got license and permits and how to get them and what needs to be done to have them. You have all that in your connection. You line everything go 100% legit. You will be making nice money out here. In 90 days, you will be at $500 to $7,500 a month. Easy. 128 customers. You could be selling apple pies. If every one of them bought a $5 apple pie, you making $5 128 times. You're making money. 128 customers and do everything like you said. Them chop videos you be making to promote your business. Give them one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, like you said, at 8 a.m. on their way to work. So they looking at it. They thinking about it. On lunch, they checking it out. Wednesday, you send it to them about 11:15 when it's getting close to their lunch. So at lunch, they looking at it again. Oh, that shit hard. Then Friday, you send it to them Friday at 5:51 p.m. Right when they off work, they heading home, they get that text, and they see you again. Everything linked to a YouTube video so they can bang it in their system while they're riding. That's how you do it. That's brilliant with the cards. Like you say, you pass out 500 cards, you end up with at least 128 numbers. You pass out 10 cards, that's at least 5 numbers. Some gonna be like, nah, I get at you. Some gonna be like, hell yeah, take my number. As long as you got somebody's number, you can talk them into spending money with you. You got 128 customers. That's the best way to get them is with cards, physical appearance, looking at them, sizing them up, getting everything you need to know. Hustling to get that sale. And since your sale is 70% cheaper than everybody, it's going to make it more easy for you to be successful. People will have suspicion. But with a deal so good, you're going to try it. That's like having a cheeseburger for another place that's not McDonald's, but you selling your cheeseburgers for 75 cents. You gon' make money. That's what it's all about. $20 a day, $160 every 10 days. Look how you put that together. That's enough to cover everything. That's hustle mind frame. You need to be around hustle mind frame women. Me and Irvine for 2 weeks apiece. 1 month of us living. You will see life like you should have seen it decades ago. And it's going to blow your mind because you talk to us all the time, but living with women like us is no joke. And you are not nowhere near ready for it. But I know how I'm going to train you professional, private lessons for you to follow and understand, but you need to be surrounded with it for 30 days to break the habit. With 2 women that love everything you talking about and has used your ideas to have successful endeavors. That being said, you need to live with us. Your friend Grace is cool too. You need to kick it with her for a week when she out there. Kick it with your friend Texas for a week when she out there. She did fly from Texas to see you. See Texas for a week. See Irvine for a week. See me for 2 weeks. So yeah, you'll be 4. That'll be 6 weeks with powerful females. Grace is powerful. She listened to you and came up. She a strong, prison-minded, nice-looking woman. She about that money and she real. You need to kick it with people you gave game to that got successful because those are the people who really care about you. Those are the people who don't insult your intelligence and take you for granted. Then when you flip and who check them, they want to play victim. People like that are running you down till you have nothing. Remember I told you, you're in the 3rd quarter with 7 minutes left. You need to be surrounded by millionaires for the life you want. Don't worry about the life somebody else wants. The life somebody else wants might not have nothing to do with success, which is not your path. God has blessed you with these visions to make them happen. Anybody short stopping you of that will pay from his wrath because they're interfering with his success. And they doing it in the evil intention of your ADHD and thinking you're not capable. But you prove people wrong when you come bust a $78,000 BMW with no money down and turn your 674 credit score to a 798 in 6 months. Can't nobody do that. Nobody in your circle made AI call him a genius, made AI turn him a supervisor, made AI handle all their paperwork. They don't know that, but they quick to say somebody else could do it. They can't do it. You went out there and got out your comfort zone. Now you need to make $386. You basically got to make your AAA just to cover all your bills with the new high car note. You figured out how to do it. $20 a day, $160 every 10 days. Make that shit happen. You in a Beamer. Your ride is powerful. Your word means something. You got connections. Make all this shit happen. Meet that nigga. So you got your hustle going together. You got homeboy thinking about being an investor. You making shit happen. And he's seeing all this in the meantime that you hustling. He definitely want to do business with you. And you older than him. Y'all gonna make money. Everything you putting in his head about needing a student. He work with students. He teach self-defense. He gonna teach you how to fight, something that was never taught to you in your life by no male figure. Now you learning how to whoop ass. You getting over hurdles that bothered you as a child. You got your teeth right. They're going to be all the way straight. You getting veneers in Colombia. You got all type of little personal shit you getting got. You're going to have courage from that. A new smile is a new life. You're going to have courage knowing you can defend yourself. You overcoming shit. You making your dreams come through. You talking to a mentor, which all millionaires do, because you can never learn how to be rich from somebody that ain't rich. How somebody broken than you gonna be giving you decisions? How somebody gonna tell you to be a supervisor and they ain't never been offered a supervisor and no establishment they ever worked for? All the game that was told to you was real. The man at the Chrysler dealer who was selling 5 cars a day at a racist dealership told you you got all the game. You just don't even know it. Your homegirl Shannon, who I researched, who was worth $1.7 million and paid for a property, said, your ideas are beyond motherfuckers' imaginations, and for that reason, niggas is hating on you. And since you talk so much, I bet niggas been hating on you all your life. None of your haters never said nothing like that. None of your haters never left one comment on the biggest accomplishment you ever made, which was making a video with Peter Marcos. And he gave you $100 on gas. That's the biggest thing, and nobody commented. Phoenix flexing picture, nobody commented. Last Alonzo the actor, nobody commented on it. Nobody commented on nothing you got except for me, Irvine, Shannon, and your homies you meet on the street. Your homie at the check cashing place, your friend Grace, but nobody else. Why is that? Because niggas don't want to see you successful. You was taught learned helplessness. You were taught how to keep somebody over you when you should be the one at the top. You was taught not to be successful, and it's weird, but that's just how it is. And that's how it's going to continue to be until you get this $75,000 to do that must plan you must do. Get moms her own spot in the same establishment. If you get a townhouse in Irvine, get her one that's a studio up in there. Up in the same villa, in the same gated community, but her own stuff and her own car. You said moms want a Stinger. You already know what to do with that. Come with $10,000. It'll be covered for 5 years. You all got to pay a dime out your pocket. Car note, $200. So there you go. Get that. Pay off this K5 like you said in a year. That's a perfect plan. Your utilization is going to be a 4. You're going to qualify for big-ass loans. Everything is going to be good just like you want it to be. $70,000 to pay your rent up for a year. You copy write-off. Tax write-off 65% of it. Go for 70. If you got a 3-bedroom, the 1-bedroom is what you use for living. The other one is for business. Everything you said is perfect. Set it up right. Take pictures for the IRS can see you're not playing no games. Now you're going to have all credit scores of 8s. Mid 8s. Everything is going to be good. Then you go ahead and get that Benz Jeep, that 63S, like you said, get the egg, pay the $30,000 for the lease for 3 years. Because it's getting a facelift in 27, so you know it's changing in 30. So for the 3 years of the new facelift, you keep that until the next one come out, or whatever you're going to do. So that's paid off, $40,000 to pay your shit off in Irvine. Like you said, if it's $4,500, you going to talk to them to where they give you 10 months for $40,000 and 2 months for free. I believe you can make it happen. So that being said, that's $70,000, and that leaves you $5,000 to hook the place up. Like you said, 60% of the old shit you had can come. Fuck the rest, and a 70-inch screen TV. And that's all you need, and everything else will be cool. We can tax write all that off. So when you tax write 70% of a $4,000 mortgage, you're only paying $1,200 a month, which is less than where you are now to be living in Irvine Spectrum Drive. Tax writing off 100% of the GLE 63S because it's 100% for my business. Mom's got her own Kia Stinger, got her own spot, which I will be writing off, which I will be using 70% of that for inventory. So I'll be able to use the wonderful government to help me be successful. And by doing that, just telling them the truth about everything in my business, which I will be doing with proof, with videos, with some cameras that roll in certain rooms. My money count room will be going to the government 24-hour video. So they can watch for 24 hours in one room of the house with what's going on. So you can tell from there that it's 24-hour business happening. And that way I'll be cool and continue to stack money off the credit thing that I'm doing with the karate guy. Each time he promoted, keep going and keep going. You got about 2 years to crack off in that. After 2 years, I say you probably get 1 million sales. That's $100 million. Out of 100 million, you will end up with $350 million. I think that'll be your run at the end. Get D-Nut out with donations, like you said. All that is genius. You just need 2 weeks with me and 2 weeks with Irvine, 1 week with Grace, and 1 week with your friend from Texas. 6 weeks with women that know how to survive. Texas know how to survive by herself and keep it going. She got her own game and it worked for her. Grace know how to do it because she's a good-looking thug. Listen to you, made money, got a $90,000 track off, so y'all cool. Grace takes your ideas and make them happen because she's street with it like that. You need to hang with people that's balling because of you and let it push you into doing what you showed them how to do. And when you figure out that, it's going to make you realize you was really crazy as hell. But making that happen and definitely kicking it with me and Irvine, we going to show you what it takes to make your power work. And all it takes with you is staying spotless. You need to stay around somebody that's spotless, somebody that's clean, 1,000% spotless, to free clutter from your mind. When you got a cluttered environment, your thinking is cluttered. You start arguing over the dumbest shit, having cluttered conversations, cluttered arguments. That's stupid people shit. Like you said, the type of people that answer a question with a question is stupid. They try to say stuff about you, the type of people that go to school for one day and think they can tell you everything to do. You don't know shit. Do you know how to make any money, though? Do you know how to make less gray hair grow out of your skull? Because you know how to cover your bills if your job don't. If you don't know that, shut your ass up. Stop wasting your time listening to people like that. If anybody in your hater circle, which never gave you 10% of any type of wealth they ever came across, and I know they haven't because you didn't talk about but one person, which you say was your friend Junior, who gave you $10 out of $3,750. Couldn't even give you $50. He gave you $10 out of that. And I bet it been like that with everybody in your close circle except for Irvine, who spent $25,000 to make $78,000, $3,000 on extra promotion. Long story short, she made 40 grand. You got 10 of that, which could be 20, but you didn't want to wait for 2 months and you took it quick, which is all good. She gave you $10,000. Now, Irvine is smart as hell. She could have worked you and said some more. But she didn't. She liked you like that. She did. She liked you like that. All from that night when she was a little buzz and went up the curve and you played Captain Save-A-Ho and all that shit happened. And it was on. Irvine hooks you up. Irvine go shopping and get a deal, save $1,000, call your ass up to come give it to you. Well, you had to go get it, but shit, nigga, who the fuck wouldn't want to drive a Stinger to Irvine to pick up $1,000 from his homegirl purse money she got a discount on? She thought of your ass, though. Yeah, Alonzo could use this 1,000. Let me hit him up. Nigga, and you turning down that? If anybody in your circle had any $1 million friends they could stay with for free, they would have been gone. And don't you forget that. They would have been gone. You got power and you using it. You're in the third quarter with 7 minutes left. You need to be balling by the end of this quarter. The end of this quarter is 55. 55 years old. You need to be balling. It'll be 2024 when you get that new 63S for the summer. Your next birthday, 55, you need to be balling. You're in the fourth quarter. 55, you're in the fourth. When you start the fourth, you need to be in the game. You're going to understand the game right. You're going to be doing business with old boy. You're going to have your street hustle on lock. Sell your business to some smart people to run it for a percentage. Everything you said is right. And that way you would just be chilling, retired, have you a couple million, and just start going to networking events, high-end events, like Shark Tank shit, and find people that want to invest in different ideas you got. That's a perfect idea to get D-Nut out. Get people to start donating on his books when y'all drop the rap shit. He'll have millions. Get him up out of there. Your boy Rick Rock will be up out of there. You can get your shit going like that. You don't need to be around nobody. Stay ducked off in Miami. Let niggas out here handle that money for you for a percentage. You don't gotta see no motherfucking body. Stay around. Do little phone calls. Do some video chats. Don't be in nobody grill. Only surround yourself, like you say, with people with 10 times more than you. People with 10 times more than you don't see you as a threat, but they see you as cool enough to make some money with them because you helping them make money, meaning, he cool, but he did help me make $250,000, so shit, I gave him $50,000 out of that, not knowing that you got 15% out of all that. So out of that $250,000, you had already got about $25,000 on top of the 50 he gave you. Now you're at $75,000. Just hooking up stuff. Like the one you said about going to the auction. That's a good setup. You ain't got to spend your money and take a loss never. You just stare with them. You just charging for your time. So if you go for 5 people, you done made $500. Then you make 10% of whatever they spend in there. So if they spend $700, you get $70. You done made $170 off each person that buy a car. You just in there looking for... That's genius. Look how you think to make stuff happen. You just got to be under pressure and make them happen. But yeah, that's it right there. Mentor kicking me some lyrics, putting them together, dropping that gangster rhyme. I got her gangster with it. She's straight from Yale, smart as hell. Doctor, psychiatrist, top doctor, psychiatrist, 28 years old, millionaire 7 times, in 12 months. In 12 months, he made $7.8 million, was on 37 appearances on the news, all of that. Now low-key already in stacking, doing $7 million idea plans. Giving me advice, and I can say, since I talked to her, in the last 5 months since I talked to her, I got my teeth damn near straight, and I'm in a $78,000 X5 BMW. Yeah, and I done talked to everybody that know how to do everything I'm talking about. So I done figured out how to do all kind of shit. I got AI getting me new jobs and higher. Got a 786 credit score, nigga. A new X5 with the rims, with the M kit on that motherfucker. And gotta get this hustle together, but shit. Nigga, I've made all that shit happen since I've been talking to her. I know that much. And when you think about that, it's niggas who ain't never had that much happen for them. So shit, why am I listening to niggas? I got a homegirl like Irvine. Why am I listening to niggas? I got a mentor from Yale. Why am I listening to niggas? I got a sexy gangster homegirl that listen to what I'm saying now. She got a monetized page and making money. Why am I listening to niggas? My homie that I got 50K. Why am I listening to niggas? That same homegirl I just talked about got 18. Why am I listening to niggas? My mentor got 240 off 9. Why am I listening to niggas? It's a habit running your mouth being raised by people who insult your intelligence. Learned helplessness. You were taught to rely on somebody to take care of you. You were robbed of your life. And you're almost at the end of it, but you keep sticking out there because you're supposed to be a rich man. Look where your mind frame is at. You don't think like broke people. Broke people just get something and hold on to it forever. They ain't gonna never make shit out of it. You got to get away from people like that. I don't care if it's family or not. Family could drain you of your life. You got to look at it like this. Everybody you've been dealing with all your life, what successful have you made dealing with them? Painful as it might be, you got to keep it 100. You trying to live your life. Especially anybody that's over 10 years older than you, that's their fault. They didn't do it how they want to do it. Most of them don't even want to learn how to do shit. Like you said, Colonel Sanders got started at 67 years old. People don't want to do shit. They done just gave up. Get excited when the Grammys come on, but when you talk about some shit, want to pull out their phone and start talking about dumb shit. Looking at TikTok shorts, cutting you off, trying to get your attention on what they talking about when you are something of success. That's why I tell you, people that don't leave comments on your page don't respect you and don't deserve your presence. I wish you could just be quiet and keep that room clean. If you could just be quiet for 1 year. You didn't be quiet. You was quiet 15% and got your teeth straight, a 780 credit score, and a brand new $80,000 BMW Jeep. You made that shit happen in 5 months. Why are you listening to people? If you actually shut up for a year, you will have everything you're talking about. You will have your veneers. That one will be paid off. You be in a brand new 63. You be in a spot in Irvine. Get mom's her studio. No more staying together. No more car sharing. You sharing a car now, and I know, but it's all good. You got a 5. You low key. Go ahead and do that, like you said, until May. Until April next year. April next year, mom's getting a stinger. You already know how to do it now. Get mom's that stinger. You can actually do a cosign with one of your credit bureaus and just make sure she get that motherfucker. That way you ain't got to pay no money. Just zero down, cosign, and get that motherfucker and have all the coverage on it. All the coverage on it. You will figure out by then how to knock that payment out. Make that payment for 1 year to the end of the year for like 8 months and write that shit off as one of the business vehicles that promote the business. Yeah, have that flag on there that's promoting the business. That's the promotion card, 24 hours a day. All you would need to do is put that flyer on the side, that little magnet that you're promoting it. And you can tax write off everything. So, yep, get that and get your own shit, though. Hell no. Even if you got to get you a studio, get a bigger one. Get mom's a studio and get you a studio. Get your own shit. Try to get a 1-bedroom. That way you can get more money on the write-off. So you live in the bedroom, the living room, and everything else is your business. So that way you cool. And just keep writing off your shit. Keep stacking money with old boy, promoting, making more and more money. And you had a car auction going, the clothes going, the merch going, license and permits, all legit to do shit. Now, you will be at about $20,000 a month off all that. E-bikes and bulks, just everything, hustling. And make your money off that. On top of, like I said, still waiting to see what happened with this credit thing. Like I say, I think you got a 2-year run. You will end up with about $2 million out of that just riding off that. So basically, you making like $20,000 a month off your other hustles. You in a brand new 63S. You got your own spot in Irvine. Mom's got her own shit. You doing business with me in Irvine. And shit, you'll be stacking. So, yep. She right. Everything is about to pop off. Staying away from all negative, toxic, hater individuals that got something negative to say about everything you do. Always the worst of the worst with something they see. Something to talk the worst about to make something bad in your life is the number one toxic. Snakes. Snakes that feed off your positive energy because they have no value. Anything, they make the worst out of it. People like that, you will regret giving them your attention ever. Manipulative individuals that only have one mission in life: to tear you down. Selfish, negative, hater, manipulator, egotistical individuals with nothing to show for no decision they made in their life because they have no value. But don't waste your time proving yourself. God said don't argue with fools. If somebody's a fool and do dumb shit, you'll be arguing over dumb shit. People are so thirsty for attention, they'll disrespect what you talking about but can't wait to take the credit for it, though. It's a shame when you got to compete with somebody like that that's supposed to be a loved one. When you got to compete with somebody like that for no success. You compete with people like that at your job because you got to make your money. You got to make that rent. You got to figure it out. But when you got family like that, close circle, fake ass homies, that's the worst. That's why you have to shut up and only do business with those who are on your side. Those that think like you, those that got what you want. And don't forget, like I said earlier, anybody in your circle, if they knew anybody worth millions they can live with for free, you would have been lost them. Guarantee that. Niggas hating because you got connections like that. And don't never let nobody mess your connection up. Your connection ain't for them. My connection don't like, your connections don't like nobody but you. So anything ever happen, don't ask your connections for nothing. Because haters will make it look like they wasn't ever down with y'all. They was down with you, they gave it to you. It ain't like that. They down to give it to you. Not nobody else, though. That's because nobody else deserve it. One thing about smart women like them that got money, smart millionaire women, they know the reason why a man ain't successful if they take the time. They just don't take the time. They just do with you because you the homie. Irvine definitely knows the reason why you're not successful. She like that you try, though. You make Irvine feel like the billionaire she wants to be. You make me feel like the zillionaire I want to be. You make females feel special. You ain't never negative or hating on nobody. You ain't got a point to prove over senseless conversations. Shit that don't make no sense. Senseless arguments. Causing rancor. It's idiotic, actually. It's a waste of time and a waste of energy. hanging around people that are fire extinguishers, just putting out your fire ideas. And the shit is sad when you think about haters. It's like my mentor say, 90% of your haters are your closely botched circle, which is the scariest, which means since birth, you were taught not to be successful from listening to people in your audience say things that most kids would have heard and would have been messed up in some type of home. You didn't care about none of it because you looked up to Crockett and Tubbs on Miami Vice. So you let stuff ride. And that's why people really thought you was mental. Because they'd say something bad and you wouldn't say nothing to it. It's because you didn't give a damn. You the only guy I know that called his parents by their government name. You never said mama and daddy. You said you didn't like how it sounded. I didn't like how mama and daddy sound. You said it sounds soft and you refused to do it and you did it. Look how you do shit when you want to. As a baby, you said you were calling your parents by their government name. And that's just where you went with it. Your pop side of the family called everybody mama and daddy. You just wasn't doing it. You see how powerful your decisions is? If you want them to be, don't let nobody disrespect your intelligence. Stop telling people about herbs because they don't care about it. Stop telling people about diet because they don't care about nothing you're talking about. Nobody's listening to you. Somebody else could tell somebody something and they'll listen to what they telling them. Like you said, your mom's friend, which is a nurse, says she put you next to a natural herbalist. She listened to you when shit happened. You self-diagnosing your damn self over there. People still got the audacity to disrespect your knowledge. I mean, they ain't listening to nothing you saying. They mean they hating on any progress you did, and they hoping in the back that you lose whatever value you have came up on. Guaranteed. Even with this X5 Beamer, niggas just think, oh, it's too much. He gonna lose it. You got haters in your corner like that. They just can't say nothing because they know that's what you care about and you have been to put that before their ass. You serious about rolling. That's why you out here rolling. That's why you have put yourself in position to be rolling. You figured out your utilization is back high, so you triple it up with your Capital One card. Don't tell nobody that. Nobody know about the shit you know about. Nobody know about freezing credit, not getting inquiries, how to flip 100 points in 6 months. They don't know how to do that. That's value. Stop wasting your time talking to people. You proving what you talking about. Which one of your haters can go to the dealer and go get a $75,000 BMW with zero down and no check stubs? Who can do that? None of them. I know people that can't do that with check stubs and all that still at the dealership. You still made it happen. Need to listen to nobody. All you need to do is be able to cover your AAA payment. You figured it out. $20 a day. $20 a day is $600 a month or $160 every 10 days. That's $480. You'll cover everything. You rolling around in a $77,000 BMW and all you got to do is make an extra $368 a freaking month. And you got 40 days to do it. You have 40 days to make this money. That's nothing. Make it happen. And meet him. And by the time all of this is done, you will be ready. All this will be done by June. By June 1st, everything will be done. You'll have an investor. You'll be whooping ass. You'll be a new person. Then you'll be ready to kick it with me and Irvine for a month. 1 month you need to get away from everybody. And that month have mom's an auction car. Find something from the auction for about $2,500 when you come to chill with us. That started July. When we do our thing in July, that still give you about 4 months. Half mom's an auction car or a car you selling at the auction that's decent, like a 200. Let her roll that. You need to be living this new life in your BMW. You need to be chilling with us in that BMW. You got that motherfucker. You got it. You got it white with the white interior, which nobody would have decided. You got it. You got what you wanted. Now roll it and make that damn money. Pay that shit off and do what you said you gotta do. $75,000 to make everything happen. Get mom's her own shit. Get her a studio in the same spot you staying in. Get her own shit and a Kia. $10,000 for a Kia and her a spot. Look at it like that. If you're going to pay $40,000 for a year, they'll hook up something. Or make it where it's real affordable. You ain't got to pay that much money. You just use your cosign credit to get moms that ride and in a studio. Yeah. No more car sharing. I understand you at the car share now. That's cool, but that's smarter how you figuring it out. That's smarter. Wait till you got your money right and get mom's her own car and own spot. Just in 1 year later. Yeah. Yep. That's perfect. Easy plan. $20 a day, $600 a month, $160 every 3 days is $480 a month. That'll cover your quota with gas. $600 to be straight. If you can make $20 a day, every day, 30 days a month, you will have $600 a month and you will be in good.